Three-year-old Madeleine went missing during a family holiday in Portugal in 2007. Her parents were initially questioned as suspects. Richard Bilton has more.
Madeleine McCann.
British toddler Madeleine McCann.
Then what happened to Madeleine McCann?
Certainly the first few days, I think the guilt was very difficult.
After 17 years of searching, shocking new evidence has emerged in the Madeleine McCann case, sparking renewed hope for her family. Could this be the breakthrough that finally reveals the truth behind her disappearance? A breakthrough in the shadows. Nearly 2 decades after Madeleine McCann went missing, there's finally a new development in the case that has given hope to many. This update is a big deal because for such a long time it seemed like there would never be any answers. Madeleine's disappearance is one of the most well-known missing child cases in recent history, and any news related to it grabs attention worldwide. Let's rewind to that fateful night. Madeleine disappeared from a holiday apartment in Praia da Luz, Portugal, while her parents were dining at a nearby restaurant. It was the evening of May 3rd, 2007, when Kate and Jerry McCann were out with friends. They had left Madeleine and her younger twin siblings asleep in the apartment, checking on them regularly. But during one of these checks, Kate found that Madeleine was gone. This moment marked the beginning of a nightmare for the McCann family and a mystery that would capture the world's attention. The Portuguese police launched a massive investigation right away, but things got messy fast. At first, authorities believed Madeleine might have simply wandered off, but as the hours turned into days, they started to suspect something far more sinister. A possible kidnapping. They combed the area, searching beaches and surrounding neighborhoods, but every lead seemed to fizzle out. Then came a shocking twist. Initially treated as a potential abduction, the case took a dramatic twist when, on September 7th, 2007, both parents were named arguidos, or formal suspects. What led the authorities to shift their focus onto the McCanns, and how did this change the narrative surrounding the case? Allegations surfaced, suggesting that they may have concealed their daughter's death following an accident, igniting media speculation and intense scrutiny of their actions during those critical hours. Despite extensive searches and the use of sniffer dogs that detected traces of blood in the McCann's rental car and apartment, what really happened to Madeleine remains a haunting question that lingers. Just hours after Madeleine McCann vanished, a whirlwind of chaos erupted, sending shockwaves through the world. How did a seemingly ordinary family vacation lead to one of the most notorious missing persons cases in history? The initial response from Portuguese police set the stage for a complex investigation that spiraled beyond anyone's expectations. Soon, the media grabbed hold of the story, transforming it into an international sensation. Suddenly, the world was captivated by the missing girl with the distinctive eye mark, igniting a firestorm of sympathy, outrage, and rampant speculation. Let's talk about the roadblocks. Despite the extensive efforts by authorities from Portugal, the UK, and even private investigators, the investigation hit numerous dead ends. Over the years, countless theories emerged about what could have happened to Madeleine. Some believed she was abducted by a stranger, while others thought it might have been someone familiar with the family. There were even those who pointed fingers at Kate and Jerry McCann, suspecting them of being involved in their own daughter's disappearance. These accusations were incredibly painful for the McCanns, who were already dealing with the unimaginable grief of losing their child. The McCanns' struggle has been long and challenging. Kate and Jerry faced public criticism and suspicion, but they never stopped searching for Madeleine. They were eventually cleared of any involvement in her disappearance. But how deep did the wounds of public scrutiny cut? The couple set up the Madeleine Fund to continue the search and to help other families of missing children. They appeared on numerous television shows and gave interviews to keep Madeleine's case in the public eye, hoping that someone, somewhere might come forward with useful information. Their relentless hope and determination have been the driving force behind keeping the case alive for so many years. But just when you think the case has gone cold, a shocking suspect emerges from the shadows. Christian Bruckner, a German man currently in prison for other crimes. Bruckner was identified as a key suspect because he was in the Praia da Luz area when Madeleine went missing. Is it mere coincidence, or is there a darker connection? His criminal record includes various offenses, and investigators are looking into whether he could be connected to Madeleine's disappearance. Bruckner's known history of criminal behavior and his presence near the scene on that fateful night have made him the focus of the latest investigation. A breakthrough may be on the horizon. As the investigation heats up, new evidence might finally crack this long-standing mystery. Investigators are now digging deeper into Bruckner's past, trying to piece together any possible links to Madeleine's case. What secrets from his past could finally unlock the truth? They have been gathering evidence and following up on leads that could provide some answers. This development has reignited hope among those who have been following the case for years. While it's still too early to say for sure if this lead will bring the case to a close, it is the most significant development in a long time. After all this time, is there still hope for Madeleine? The search for Madeleine has been a long and heartbreaking journey for everyone involved, especially her family. Over the years, they have shown incredible strength and resilience amid endless challenges. They have kept their daughter's memory alive, refusing to surrender hope that she would one day be found. The complex journey in search of Madeleine McCann.
Without the authorities conducting that, then the onus is on us, and we don't think that's right. The onus should be on the governments to do more.
So, what makes this case stand out from the rest? The case of Madeleine McCann's disappearance has been one of the most challenging and high-profile investigations in recent history. It highlights the many difficulties that arise in such complex cases, especially when they span across international borders. The investigation has encountered a host of challenges, highlighting the complexities and obstacles that arise when trying to find a missing child in today's interconnected world. Here's where it gets tricky. 2 countries, one unsolved mystery. One of the primary challenges in this investigation has been international cooperation. Madeleine disappeared in Portugal, but her family is British, which means authorities from both countries had to work together. This cooperation was essential, but also fraught with difficulties. What obstacles made it so difficult for them to work together? Did critical information slip through the cracks due to differing legal systems and communication barriers? Despite the best efforts of police from both countries, these factors often slowed down the process and led to misunderstandings. But that's not all. Let's talk about the media frenzy. From the moment Madeleine went missing, her story captured global media attention. But did this relentless coverage help or hurt the search? Were the McCanns victims of a biased narrative that only fueled public suspicion against them? On one hand, the media helped keep Madeleine's case in the public eye, ensuring that it was not forgotten and that new leads continued to be reported. On the other hand, the intense scrutiny placed on the McCann family exposed them to a flood of rumors and harsh criticism. The media's role in shaping public perception has been immense, often painting the McCanns in an unfair light and causing them additional distress during an already traumatic time. False leads have cast a long shadow over the investigation since day one. Given the high-profile nature of the case, it attracted numerous false reports and misleading claims. Each false lead diverted valuable resources and time away from legitimate investigative efforts. These distractions not only hindered progress, but also led to repeated cycles of hope and disappointment for Madeleine's family and the investigators involved. The mystery surrounding Madeleine continues to captivate and haunt us, leaving us all asking, could there still be answers waiting to be uncovered? You might be surprised to learn how far-reaching Madeleine's impact really is. Madeleine's story has had a broader impact beyond just the search for her. It has raised global awareness about the issue of child abduction and the ongoing efforts needed to combat it. Her disappearance has inspired numerous campaigns and initiatives aimed at improving child safety and preventing such tragedies from happening to other families. The case has shown the enduring importance of hope in missing persons cases, demonstrating that even after many years, the possibility of finding answers remains. The The disappearance of Madeleine McCann has had a profound impact on her family, who have remained steadfast in their belief that she might still be alive. Kate and Jerry McCann have faced immense emotional strain, not only from the loss of their daughter, but also from being under the relentless gaze of the global media. This scrutiny has been a double-edged sword. While it has kept the search for Madeleine active, it has also brought significant emotional challenges. The constant public attention has been exhausting for the McCanns, subjecting them to rumors, unfair accusations, and a level of public exposure that few could endure, uncovering the truth behind the disappearance.
One of the unusual things about the investigation into Madeleine McCann is that you would expect the parents to be suspects very early on and to be eliminated from the investigation.
Now, with the emergence of a new suspect, Christian Bruckner, things are taking a dramatic turn. German authorities have recently focused on Bruckner as a prime suspect in Madeleine's disappearance. Why did it take so long for authorities to connect the dots between him and Madeleine's case? With his disturbing criminal history and his presence in Praia da Luz on that fateful night, could he hold the key to unraveling this mystery? What critical clues were overlooked that could have changed the course of the investigation? Since Christian Bruckner was named the prime suspect in the disappearance of Madeleine McCann, significant developments have occurred in the investigation. He was in and out of jail for various crimes, including sexually abusing kids. He was living in a van near Praia da Luz, the town where the McCanns were staying, when Madeleine disappeared. And get this, his cell phone pinged off a tower near the McCanns' apartment on the night Madeleine went missing. Suspicious, right?
And I saw the apartment and pretty much instantly knew she'd been taken. And one of the first things I did is I double-checked all the places Kate had already checked, wardrobes, kitchen cupboards, and I lowered the shutter. And I went outside and I was aghast that the shutter could come up. And on the night, I thought that was how someone had got into the apartment.
But here's the frustrating part. Even though the German police seem pretty convinced about his involvement, they haven't been able to charge him yet. They say they need more evidence. So the investigation is still ongoing, and everyone's waiting to see what happens next. In June 2023, German investigators sought to retest a saliva sample collected from the McCann's holiday apartment, which had previously yielded no usable DNA profile. This renewed forensic effort reflects a persistent drive to uncover new leads. Additionally, searches have been conducted in areas near Praia da Luz, based on tips related to Bruckner's past activities in the region. There's still hope. This new lead with Bruckner is the biggest break in the case in years. If it pans out, if they can prove he was involved, it could finally bring some answers. It won't bring Madeleine back, but at least her family might finally know what happened. And even if this lead doesn't pan out, the case has shown how important it is to never give up. Cold cases do get solved sometimes, even years later. New evidence comes to light, or new technology makes it possible to analyze old evidence in new ways. Now, let's talk about tracking criminals. It's time for a serious upgrade.
How you deal with those early hours of that missing person investigation are critical. If you make mistakes or you don't do the right things in the right order, then you get off on the wrong foot. When you get off on the wrong foot, then the investigation tends never to recover from it.
The case of Madeleine McCann also underscores the need for better monitoring systems for tracking and monitoring criminals, especially those with histories of intimate violence offenses. Bruckner, for instance, had a criminal record that included various offenses, yet he was able to move across borders without adequate monitoring. The inconsistencies in monitoring such individuals highlight the necessity for stronger international systems that can track offenders and prevent them from exploiting gaps in the system. The media's involvement in the case has been both a blessing and a curse. While it has ensured that Madeleine's story is widely known and that the search for her continues, it has also brought about significant challenges. Exaggerated reporting and false accusations have misled the investigation at times, creating unnecessary complications. The balance between raising awareness and maintaining accuracy is a delicate one that the media must navigate carefully. International cooperation is crucial in cases like this, where multiple jurisdictions are involved. The differences in legal systems and investigative practices can pose significant hurdles. The investigation into Madeleine's disappearance has revealed shocking gaps in communication between countries. Are authorities equipped to handle such complex cross-border cases effectively? And here's where it gets alarming. How is it possible that criminals like Christian Bruckner can roam freely across borders? The lack of robust monitoring systems raises unsettling questions about public safety. What are the consequences of allowing dangerous individuals to evade justice, especially in a case like Madeleine's? A new chapter in the investigation. Now, technology is rewriting the rules of investigation. Technological advancements have significantly changed the landscape of investigations since Madeleine McCann disappeared. Today, tools like facial recognition software, improved DNA testing, and international databases offer new hope for solving cold cases. When Madeleine went missing, these technologies were either just emerging or not yet available. Facial recognition can now scan crowds and public spaces, potentially identifying missing persons even years after their disappearance. Improved DNA testing methods allow for more accurate and faster results, which can be crucial in confirming identities and connecting suspects to crime scenes. International databases enable law enforcement agencies to share information seamlessly across borders, making it easier to track suspects and missing individuals worldwide. These advancements demonstrate how far technology has come and offer renewed hope for solving cases like Madeleine's. But that's not all. The ripple effect of Madeleine's case has ignited a global movement for child safety. How did her story transform public awareness and lead to stronger protective measures? Her disappearance captured the world's attention and underscored the need for stronger child protection measures. It has inspired many initiatives aimed at preventing child abductions and improving response mechanisms when they do occur. Community and public involvement have been emphasized as vital components in the search for missing children. Public alerts, community watches, and educational programs about the dangers of child abduction have become more common, largely influenced by the global response to Madeleine's story. The weight of uncertainty looms large for Madeleine's family. The emotional impact of not knowing what happened to Madeleine is profound and ongoing for her family. The uncertainty and the constant hope for answers take a significant toll. For Kate and Jerry McCann, every new development brings a mix of hope and fear. Could the truth finally be within reach? The possibility of discovering what happened, whether it leads to finding Madeleine alive or uncovering a tragic end, would bring relief from the years of not knowing. However, it also holds the possibility of opening new wounds and facing painful realities. The emotional strain of living in this state of limbo is immense and affects every aspect of their lives. Critical insights from Madeleine's case demand our attention. One key takeaway is the importance of quick and efficient responses in child abduction cases. The first hours and days are crucial, and having trained professionals who can act swiftly is essential. This has led to calls for the establishment of international child abduction response teams that can be deployed rapidly and work seamlessly with local authorities. Better information sharing between countries and agencies is another critical area for improvement. The delays and miscommunications that plagued Madeleine's investigation highlight the need for more streamlined processes and better coordination. But the stakes are even higher. If Christian Bruckner is definitively linked to Madeleine's case, what would that mean for justice? Could this revelation spark monumental reforms in how we monitor offenders, especially those with violent histories? Are we prepared to confront the uncomfortable truths about the dangers lurking among us? The public's awareness could lead to stronger tracking systems, ensuring criminals like Bruckner don't slip through the cracks again. In addition to technological and procedural advancements, Madeleine's case has had a lasting impact on societal attitudes towards missing children and the importance of maintaining hope. The extensive media coverage and public interest have kept her case alive, demonstrating the power of collective concern and action. This widespread attention has shown that even when official investigations face setbacks, the public's role in keeping the memory of missing individuals alive can be crucial. Is it possible that the public's determination could be the key to solving cases like hers? Let's not forget new tech and community spirit are paving the way forward. The use of new technologies, increased global awareness, and community involvement are all steps in the right direction. These measures, combined with the lessons learned from past mistakes, can help ensure that future investigations are more effective and that families do not have to endure the same prolonged uncertainty and pain. The case has inspired significant changes in how child abduction investigations are handled. Are we finally learning from the painful mistakes of the past, or are we doomed to repeat them? With each development, does the hope of finding Madeleine alive fade, or does it burn brighter than ever? Madeleine's case, while heartbreaking, has spurred developments and reforms that could prevent similar tragedies in the future and improve the chances of finding missing children quickly and safely. The journey since Madeleine's disappearance has been long and fraught with challenges, but it has also led to significant advancements and increased awareness. The case continues to be a powerful reminder of the importance of vigilance, community involvement, and the relentless pursuit of justice for missing children. Before we wrap up, what's your take? Could this new evidence finally lead to answers in the Madeleine McCann case, or are we still left in the dark? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more updates on this unfolding story. See you next time.